Now, for more insights on China-UK relations, we're joined by Mr. Li Yong, Senior Fellow of China Association of International Trade, and Mr. Kirk Wilson, Executive Director of China-Britain Business Council. So thank you so much for being here today, gentlemen. Mr. Li, let me start with you. So China-UK relations have really deepened since Cameron's visit back in 2013, and this trip is highly anticipated, and we're expecting many sectors to have deepened cooperation as well, especially in the nuclear sector and high-speed railway, as well as Richard Bassey just talked about. Can you tell us specifically how these two sectors are going to develop in the future?
First, I think the nuclear project is going to be the first one, and very important because it has a very important demonstration effect. And this one is going to take some time, and then we are going to work with the French colleagues on this project, and probably in the process or when it is completed, I think the project is going to take something like 5 years. Normally, a nuclear station will take just about 5 years. Probably after that, or during the the period of the construction, just two-side probably will discuss further cooperation. But on this high-speed side, it is going to take longer time. I think the first one is going to take about 9 years, and the project is going to kick off next year. Oh no, the year before after next, 2017.
2017.
Yes, it's going to complete on 2026, and after that, the second phase is going to be the line between Manchester and Birmingham and Manchester, and the Leeds, and that is going to complete, I think, 2033. So I think those are the two major infrastructure projects.
This is extraordinary because we never expected China's high-speed railway to be that popular in Europe. We were expecting it to probably go around somewhere in Asia, like Indonesia or Thailand or Europe. This is huge.
Yes, because this is very significant because basically if you consider a kind of a project like that, especially high speed, you need to have very big investment. It needs a lot of money.
And their train infrastructure system is already really good. I mean, nobody really flies between London and Paris and all these European countries. Everybody takes trains. So once China's in that market, the potential is huge.
Yes, I think that's why I said it is an important demonstration, in fact, because this may prompt other countries to really think about working with China, because at least China is quite competitive in terms of a cost, and of course we have a lot of experiences operating that in China already. So we seem to have some sort of a competitive edge, and there are also opportunities to work with the counterparts, or you can say competitors, together, leveraging the competitive advantages of Chinese companies as well as the European companies.
I see.
Actually, that's one of our focuses at the China-Britain Business Council, is to encourage these Chinese companies to work with UK partners, not only on projects like HS2 in the UK, but also joining together to go to third markets.
And let me ask you this, Mr. Wilson. The UK is one of China's biggest financial partners. Ever since 2011, they actually established the first offshore RMB settlement center in London, and the financial sector is set to grow tremendously in terms of cooperations between these two countries. What do you see in the future?
Well, I think it's, we speak about this idea of a golden era, and I think that's particularly true in financial services. The UK, or London in particular, is definitely currently the preeminent overseas renminbi business destination. I think currently about 2/3 of global payments in renminbi, except for China and Hong Kong, are made in London. The LSE has recently got a license that will allow Hong Kong entities to deal directly on our markets, and Chinese companies have raised about $2 billion on UK markets. So there's already a very deep amount of cooperation, and I think as you just saw, on the interview with the Prime Minister and after the Chancellor's visit. We're very keen and very clear that this is a goal for the future to develop that to a very high degree.
That's right. London plays a vital role in terms of pushing China's R&B internationalization process forward. But let's talk about some fun stuff. In terms of cultural cooperations between these two countries, President Xi made it very clear that we want more Chinese students to be studying in the UK and vice versa. And also in terms of football, soccer cooperation as well. We all know that the Chinese president is a huge soccer fan.
Yes.
And how has increased the number of Chinese tourists and Chinese students going to benefit the UK economy?
Okay. Well, obviously, there's the pure direct benefit of having more people there paying tuition fees and spending in the UK. And obviously, Chinese overseas tourists now, I think, are the *1 overseas spenders.
#1.
So
and they
it's
just
fantastic.
simplified the visa application process.
Exactly
for Chinese
right.
citizens.
Yes, I think you can do it now in just 24 hours
Wow.
under some circumstances. So it's really quite easy to get a visa now, relatively
Amazing.
speaking, especially compared to previously. I think in particular, though, for me, there is the direct benefit, but there's also the future benefit. So getting people to visit and to study in the UK creates sort of cultural connections that will then push forward into the future. And actually, we've seen a lot of universities come to us who want to set up a process in China to just increase that cooperation with the UK universities. And China Britain Business Council, of course, we have a service called Launchpad, which can help them do that. And we've seen a big increase in interest.
London, get ready for the wave of Chinese tourists. One day, 24-hour visa. That's tremendous. Thank you, gentlemen.